I've always been really terrified about sharing my ideas because, I'm just scared somebody will take them and go, yeah, that's a great idea, and run off, and before you know it, you've lost it. So I'll be interested in any comments you've got about how you reconcile this need for sharing and sort of the advantages of that with protecting your IP at the same time. What's the best mix for that? How do you go about it? Do you get everyone to sign the non-disclosure agreement before you
waste of time?
Yeah.
Waste of time.
Yep.
It's he who runs or she who runs fastest and best. We had the idea for the My Tours app, and there's a bunch of other apps out there already that are in a similar sort of space. So we could have had NDAs and all that, but the fastest way to run is to tell as many people as you can and hear how they've got ideas to improve it, and then get people on board that are keen.
And this is Wellington. This is Wellington we're talking about here. You let your idea loose among everyone in Wellington. Maybe there are 10 people who might be interested in it. And if someone steals it, everyone's going to know who that is.
Wasn't
and no one's
me.
going to want to do business with them in the future. So you've got to trust somebody, and there is no better environment than Wellington to trust other people, because everybody knows everybody. And that's what makes it such a fantastic place to be.
You leave all the lying to the politicians.
Yeah.
I mean, the other thing is when people say that to me, I say, well, yeah, hang on, I'll just get onto the phones. My engineers who are going to record everything you say and start work immediately. It's unrealistic to say you've got an idea and you've got a crack team that are going to execute. Most people are already busy doing something. If you have something compelling, you need to describe it. And as Guy Kawasaki says, that you've got to go and say it like 40 times before you're going to get it right.
I've had people come to me, I'm not kidding, the last year, and they've told me they've dropped several $100,000 on something you've never heard of. And I look at it, and it's doomed. And that should be your biggest fear. I mean, you've got to embark on a course of work. I mean, tell someone about it, do your research, and make sure you don't have what I call the one-liner, the sort of the big assumption that you missed, or the competition that you missed.
And I think, if you come from an attitude of looking at the customer and saying, here's a market segment who's got a really big problem, what can I solve for them? Then there's going to be lots of people trying to answer that question as well. And so even if it isn't someone that you know, but somewhere else in the universe, that same idea might have come up, and they might get there before you. And to me then, your only sustainable advantage is that you know that customer problem so well that you can do something better than them, or faster than them, or smarter than them.
Or with them.
Or with them, yeah, or with them, totally. And so, for me then, it's like, it's not about, when people come to me and they've got some brilliant app idea, those do get copied, and they do, because they fail. They fail every time, and almost always when I've had, like I had an idea of mine that I was pitching to somebody get stolen, and I was really angry, right? And then I watched them fall splat on their face and waste their money, because they were never going to know the customer as well as I did. They just were out to kind of do something cheap and nasty. So, it gets them. They haven't got any other idea after that.
And I also said before, talk to investors as early as possible, because if you want to have an idea that someone might be interested in investing in, then it's good to sort of let them in on your secret really early on. Because you might go off and work in your garage and have your wife yelling at you to go out and get a real job and be developing, because we see this all the time, and and develop a bunch of really bad habits and develop a product that nobody really wants because you've been isolated in your own environment in your garage, not telling anyone about what you're doing. Or you can talk to somebody, get an investor interested in what you're doing, get some feedback on your idea, get that socialized to a bunch of other people in the ecosystem, and develop something that's people might want and that people might be interested in investing in.
And it's Wellington. Everyone will listen. Everyone will have coffee with you. There's plenty of good coffee places. It's easy to just follow someone on Twitter or pick up the phone and call them.